the matter? What's the matter? Aussie, Nate is going to wake up, but you have to wait a minute. Do you hear me? Come here. Come here.
What are we about? What are we about? What are we about? Look, monkey.
You right?
Another one.
Austin, Nate talking to you.
He said nothing.
Oh.
Burrito, be quiet.
Why are you crying? Huh? Why are you crying? Is Austin upset? Huh? You can't tear up your toys. So that's why Austin has to be in timeout, okay? Do you hear me? Stop crying.
You get so here. Your little baby's going. You stop me. I told you that. You want to talk to Lady. You want to talk to TZ. You want to talk to Coco. You want to talk to my mom and dad. You want to talk to my papa. No call. James.
A few moments later.
You guys scream me the gone. You want to send me. You're gone. You want to send me.
5 minutes later.
Don't you got to over now. You want to send me. You're going to stop me. You're not the mode.
1 hour later.
You're not the over. You start here. You want to not turn over. You want to see Chucky. You want to see this movie. You want to stop me?
Austin, you got your big boy underwear on? Austin. So we had to put this on his big boy underwear underneath over his pull-ups because he doesn't want them on his skin. So we're trying this out to see how he does. Are you combing your hair?
Yeah.
You need a haircut, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You didn't do anything wrong.
Ouch! What the heck, my hair?
I'm sorry.
I think I'm doing my hair.
I was combing it.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Hey, how you doing, man? Hey, you have no idea what a big house that is. What are we doing?
Big boy underwear. You got on your 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 big boy underwear.
It has to be my iPad charge.
You gotta go night night. It's time to go night night. You wanna cuddle with mommy?
Oh, I think
Come here. Come here. Austin. Come here. Come here, please. N-O-W.
I'm going my worm.
Come here.
I'm going my worm.
Austin, come here.
I said I'm going my worm.
Watch your tone. That's not nice. We don't talk to mommy like that. Do you hear me?
I'm going my worm.
No, you're going to come here like mommy asked you to.
I'm gonna say I'm going my worm.
Come here now.
I'm gonna go my worm.
Austin, 1. Do you want me to get up?
I just said I'm doing my worm.
I heard what you said. I said come here.
I said doing my worm.
Why are you so feisty tonight?
I'm going to my room.
If you go in your room, you're going to lay down. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Come here. Give me a hug.
No.
Give me a hug.
I said no.
Why? Why? I still see you. Give me a hug. Go in there like a big boy and lay down, okay? Night night. Pancakes.
Yeah.
Is it good?
Oh.
Uh-oh. You don't want to use your fork? Try and use your fork, okay? There you go. You're doing good, Aussie. What's wrong? You kept it on for 5 minutes. You can take it off. You can take it off. You can take it off so you can get your treat. Go ahead. Good job.
Okay.
Yeah. Aussie, you using the potty? Hi, everybody. I know it's been a long time since we have been able to show our faces on YouTube. Today is Friday the 17th. I just want to tell you guys that I apologize for the lack of videos. But we have been really busy. It's been a lot going on. So I just wanted to catch up with you guys and touch base with you on what has been happening. I don't know if you guys remember, but in the last video, we were talking about we were switching behavioral therapists. So what happens is every so often when the referral runs out or when in between cases, we have to switch therapists. So he ended his last session with one of his speech therapists. That's going to be picking up with a new one. Also, we met our new behavioral therapist today. She is really nice and really sweet. She, unfortunately, there was a lot of notes that was taken by the last therapist, but the new one was really nice, really helpful, and she gave me some good tips. Also today around 10 o'clock, we started potty training. That has been every 15 minutes. He had one accident today. And hopefully he'll get the gist of when he has to go and not let us know when he's already went to the bathroom. But that has worked really well so far. He hasn't put up a fight with wearing his underpants. He hasn't put up a fight with sitting on the potty. We're just waiting for something to happen inside of the potty. We promised Austin that if he went inside of the potty, then he would get a donut. So hopefully he put something in the potty today. Also, we talked about his meltdowns. His meltdowns have not been as frequent, but when they do happen, it's rough. He's combative, he's kicking, he's throwing. And something that was noticed today was that he has never been combative with me. He's never been combative with his dad, but he always does it with Nate, his older brother. And what I'm noticing and what I found, like, I already knew this, but I kind of like forgot it. And then it was like an aha moment, like, aha. Sometimes when Nate is playing the video game and Austin is constantly calling him. One day I think I sat in here to like see what was going to happen. And Nate was not answering him as quickly, and that was a trigger for him. So what the behavioral specialist said was that it was a trigger I mean, it was him wanting attention, and that's what is triggering the meltdowns. So I'm going to have a conversation with Nate about that. We also talked about his iPad transitioning from when his iPad needs to be charged. She made a suggestion to basically show him a picture of an iPad or an Apple device that was fully charged, show a picture when it was not charged, and try to explain to him, what's going on, what needs to happen, try to prepare him. Okay, this is why we can't use the iPad. This is what we need to do to use the iPad. So we're going to do that. Also, she recommended us to see an occupational therapist for potty training. That is because I feel like he doesn't know when he has to go. He's only able to tell us if he's done a number 2 or if he peed or if he's done a number 1 already. Not before the accident happens, but after the accident. So she recommended that. Sorry, I'm looking over my notes and making sure that I cover everything with you guys. We're taking him every 15 minutes. So for this week, she said every 15 minutes, 10 minutes on the potty, then slowly up every 5 minutes each week. So next week, he'll go to the potty every 20 minutes. Then the week after that, every 25 minutes, so on and so on. We also talked about how Austin's impulsive behavior. Due to COVID, we haven't went outside. We haven't done anything. Right. So as far as his impulsive behavior, I purchased a backpack with a harness on it. And the harness has a tether on the end where I hold one end and it's attached to Austin. She gave me the idea of while he's wearing that to practice hand holding. So we're going to do that. Also his bedtime. His bedtime. Oh my God. Like, I'm tired just talking about this, but, she gave me some very, very, it was actually clarity, because I never really know what's a good bedtime for him. I never really knew that was never discussed. And it was probably because I didn't ask these questions, but now I get it. Like I said to everybody, like with my first son, Nate, it was totally different. Like Nate was like really easy. He went to bed at a decent hour on his own. He potty trained on his own. He just did all of these things. And I mean, I still parented him, but I didn't have to put in a little bit extra like I do with Austin. And that's due to his autism. And then of course, every child is different. Every child is not going to be the same. So what happened with the last therapist was that she decided that we don't do any naps. He goes to bed at a later time so that he can sleep throughout the night. That's not working. So now melatonin needs to be taken 30 minutes prior to his bedtime. We need to put him in bed early every night at the same time, even on the weekends. Wake him up at the same time. Even on the weekends consistently. This needs to happen for a month. I also need to track his sleeping for 2 weeks until his next appointment. I also need to give him his last cup of juice or his last cup of water by 6:30, 7 p.m. At 7:45, he brushes his teeth, puts on his pajamas or whatever, and then he goes to bed. He should be in bed no later than 8 or 9:15. And then we wake up. My goal is to wake up because I try to get up every morning at 7:30 because of school, because of streaming, because of other things that I have to do, other appointments, stuff like that. So then he's going to get up with me at 7:30. I am going to come up with a schedule for this so that the behavioral specialist can complete a visual chart for us. So that is going to start immediately. We also need to, she said that we also need to put a sign on the door that says, you know, do not get out of bed until someone is up. When you see this sign, you have to stay in bed. You have to lay in bed. Excuse me. Tired. You have to stay in bed until 8:15. And 7:30 when we get him up, if he gets up early. No iPad, no nothing. We also talked about time out. I am hearing a lot of things about discipline autistic kids. And then I came across something on Twitter where a educator, when she puts her classmates in time out, there's a corner in her classroom and it has like soothing sounds, like I almost want to say it's like a toddler spa, like soothing sounds, aromatherapy, stuff like that. And then I was thinking like that could be effective, but I thought the purpose of timeout was that you don't get any enjoyment. It's kind of like if I do something wrong, I get a day at the spa, and that's not how that works as an adult. It shouldn't work like that as a child. But I just wanted to confirm that with the behavior specialist. She agrees. She said if we do it that way, then he'll start reacting where it's like, oh, I want to go in my timeout corner because that's fun and I get to relax. And she said it's kind of like giving a reward versus teaching a lesson. And I agree with that. So we will not be having a spa day with Austin in the timeout corner. Also, with his combative behavior with his meltdowns, we need to start blocking, not saying anything. Do not engage in his aggressive behavior. With the situation with Nate, it's an attention thing. He wants attention from Nate. He doesn't like it when Nate ignores him. Like, Nate is his world. So he really becomes triggered or really becomes affected if Nate is not responding to him. So we're going to have to talk about that with Nate in certain times when Austin wants him to do something or wants to tell him something or wants to say something to him. It's a trigger for him if Nate doesn't respond. So the highlights, every week we do a highlight and a struggle of the week. The highlight of the week is that he wasn't fighting me on a potty training. The struggle of the week is still sleep. The struggle of the week is still sleep. Unless I add something, then maybe there'll be something else. But yeah, that's the struggle of the week. Another struggle of the week is the reopening of schools. Also, along with potty training, we are trying to get Austin to wear a mask. Autistic children do not like things covering their mouth, their nose. They put their hands in their mouth. Austin doesn't like the texture of hand sanitizer, especially the hand sanitizers with the little, I want to say cleansing crystals or whatever they're called. He does not like that. He'll wash his hands and he'll play in water all day, but what they're giving out in schools is hand sanitizer. Austin is not going to use that. What bothers me is about the reopening of schools is that they're not considering special needs children when reopening these schools. I honestly feel like it's not that they're worried about their education, it's that they are worried about funding, they're worried about money, they're worried about meeting quota. And if there is another parent who is of a special needs child, and I get it, moms have to work. Some moms don't have a babysitter. I understand that. But to me, my child being at home and being safe, that would be my first priority. If I did have that option, I understand some parents do not have that option. But I think that the state of Maryland at least needs to give parents the option of whether they want to send their kids to school or if they want to keep them home. I know talking to my oldest son, he actually prefers to be homeschooled. He's gotten a taste of going to public school and he's gotten a taste of being at school at home, and he would like to try it out again. In the event that they give us an option, I am keeping my child home. Reason being is because I don't know how the school system and the classrooms and stuff are where you guys are or anybody who is watching this, but Baltimore City public schools are overcrowded, very overcrowded. So I feel like in the event that a parent has to work, they have to send their child to school versus the parents who are stay-at-home moms versus the parents who decide to keep their children home, who have daycare provided for their children while they go to work. At least it won't be as many children in a classroom, and then that doesn't run the risk of the teacher getting sick. But we also have to take in consideration that these children are leaving out of this school and could possibly bring things back in. I sat in with the town hall meeting for Baltimore City Public Schools yesterday. It was yesterday at 1 o'clock. It was from like 1 until maybe 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I was not happy with that. We were told that we were going to get an option to speak. We were told that we were going to get an option to get questions answered. They answered maybe 1 or 2 questions out of a chat filled with over 50 people in that on that Facebook Live. So I was very disappointed. I know that they were talking about a hybrid method where children would only come to school 2 days out of the week. To me, it only takes 2 days out of the week for you to be infected. So I am afraid. I'm not worried. I'm not shook. I am afraid. Both of my children are asthmatic. My dad has health issues. My dog has health issues. I have health issues. So like nobody can get sick right now. Nobody. It's unacceptable. This is not something that you want to feel excited about the new school year, about your kids going to school, being in a new grade, learning new things. But this year, I'm not excited about going to school, them going to school. Usually I would have school supplies by now. I have not picked them because I refuse to send them. I refuse to send them. They're talking that we're going to get another wave of COVID. They're talking about the number study increasing because nobody wants to wear a mask. Nobody wants to stay home. So I'm begging you guys for my sake, for my children's sake, for your sake, your family's sake, stay home. Just stay home. If it's not essential, like grocery store, it's not even safe to go to the emergency room or to a doctor's office. So if it's not important, stay home. If you have to go out, wear a mask. Just because you don't wear a mask does not mean that this disease or this illness cannot get transmitted to me or my family. You're not wearing a mask, but I am wearing one, but it's still getting on my clothes. It's still getting in my hair. All of these things. It's not safe. It's not safe. So please, please stay home. Also, Aussie Pants has merch now. So if you guys would like to purchase Aussie Pants merch, it is purchased in I mean, the link is in the description below, and you guys are available to purchase them. Also, if you're looking for a mask while you're going shopping, we also have in the merch option, we have Aussie Pass face masks, so you can protect yourselves out in the community. And you'll get to take Aussie pants with you. So the COVID masks are for sale. I think they are $14 on our item store. His t-shirts is probably around the same price as well. So if you guys would like to purchase that will be in the link below. Once again, I'm sorry for not posting for the last couple of weeks. School started for me. It was really busy and a lot of changes and all of the above. Thank you guys for being patient. Thank you guys for being supportive. And we will see you next week. Please be kind to yourselves and each other. And also be safe. We'll talk to you next week. Bye.